name's Mike Sidekick, and we are here at the Frat House. Hey, it's January 19th, and hey, we got another milestone here. Another milestone. We are at, are you ready? Episode 20. We have been on for 20 straight weeks and going strong. Hey, many thanks to all of you. 200 views, almost 200 views just this week. We're over 2,200 for all the shows, and we picked up a couple of new fans on the Facebook page.
Awesome.
Hey, don't forget my challenge from beginning of the year. I'm asking, go out, get me 1, 2 of your friends to join us on our Facebook page and start liking our shows. That leads us right into, hey, if you wanted to, you could come out and see us. Hey, we're going to be down at a fundraising event for the Philadelphia Union this coming Saturday, January 21st. We are going to be at the Sons of Ben fundraising event at McFadden's at Citizens Bank Park. You can give us all the details on that one? Go.
Sure. Saturday night, 7:30, like you said, down at McFadden's at the ballpark. It's the Help Kick Hunger 2012, put on by the Sons of Ben. Right now they're offering at sonsofben.com. You can get the link to purchase tickets, but the tickets are 2 for 1. They're $35, $40 at the door. And this is being sponsored by McFadden's, Bark Tees, and Lime Pickle. So, and we will be there along with some Union players.
Exactly.
There'll be raffles, giveaways.
We're going to be there. If you want to come down and get pictures with your favorite players, hey, you might want to get pictures with us. We'll be there. All right. You know, here we are. We're ending up the NFL season, and by this week, hey, we're going into week 20 of the NFL season. It seems, when you think about it over the course of those number of weeks, it seems like every single team, including, I don't know, whatever your favorite personal team might be, they've been diagnosed, scrutinized, dissected, examined from every possible angle you could even imagine. But we asked Sidekick, and Sidekick took up the cause. He took on the arduous task this week of analyzing the special teams. The special teams of all 32 clubs. And he's picked out his top 5 for this year. So here's our end of season special report. Sidekick's top 5 NFL cheerleading teams. You go.
Alright, so, you know, I sat down and toiled hours over the internet reviewing all the squads and their uniforms. Just some quick things off the top here. Famous NFL cheerleaders. Stacy Keebler, professional wrestler, used to be a Ravens cheerleader. Charisma Carpenter from, do you remember the show Buffy the Vampire Slayer? She was a Chargers cheerleader.
Can see that.
And Terry Hatcher used to be a 49ers cheerleader.
Right, that's right.
So, I'm going to move on to the losers. These are the 6 teams that have no cheerleaders. Chicago Bears, the Cleveland Browns, the New York Giants, the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they should be banned from Super Bowls. But that's my personal, you know. So, without further ado, let's get into the top 5. At number 5, we have the Eagles cheerleaders.
Oh gosh, we won something.
Yes. You know, classy, you know, white with green and black, Vera Wang designed uniforms.
My goodness.
I mean, you know, top-notch stuff here.
Is this a French designer? I thought maybe it was a French designer I didn't know about. Go ahead, go.
Number 4, we have the Broncos. Who doesn't love the, you know, the Western theme, tassels and boots? It's the winner for me. At number 3, we have the Carolina Top Cats.
Oh yeah.
Now, these are some cats that we want to play with. At number 2, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers cheerleaders. Apparently, the Buccaneers have something better on the sideline.
Alright, matey.
And at number 1, the Houston Texans cheerleaders. This squad features not 1, but 2 sets of twins. And who doesn't love a little Texan accent?
Alright.
And one final tip. Last year's Super Bowl was the first Super Bowl where neither team had cheerleaders. Let's not have that happen again.
Oh, no. Ooh, that doesn't bode well for one of the guys that I'm picking. Okay. All right, let's jump over and take a look at. Thank you very much. We appreciate all your work on that one. I'm sure it was difficult. We're going to jump over to the NHL.
You'd be surprised how difficult that was.
We're going to jump over to the NHL real quick. Let's take a look at what the standings are. Here's our leaderboard for this week. We had a couple of changes real quick. That Southeast division. Last week we had St. Louis in there. Detroit replaced them during the course of the week. Suddenly we've got the Capitals up there in that division. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think Southeast or Central. You're in the Central.
Yes.
Central. Okay, Central division.
Yep.
You're replaced by Chicago. The Southeast division has had a couple of different changes.
And Chicago with 4 straight wins.
It's mixing up here, as you can well imagine. There was an article though out this week that I kind of wanted to bring some attention to real quick, and I made comment to it on our Facebook page, and they were talking about the 10 things that the NHL is going to be looking at in the second half of the season. One of them was the health of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and of course with all the speculation about Sidney Crosby, goalie issues in Philadelphia and things like that. And I think there were a couple that they had missed. One of them I actually thought really was that Central Division. That's number one. Number two was the incredible number of concussion issues going on in the NHL, which at this point right now, if they continue at the pace they're going, we're looking at record-breaking numbers of concussion issues, not just in the NHL, but across all sports, perhaps ever. And that was not brought up in this particular article, and I think that's important. So just one little thing I wanted to bring up about the NHL. We're going to keep bringing you NHL news. I will get my division straight next week. Don't worry. Well, all right, and as we get more and more into it, go ahead.
I was going to say there was even an article today about the ongoing saga with Chris Pronger from the Flyers and all the issues he's having with his concussion-related symptoms.
And Pronger's not the only one on that specific team. There have been at least three players on the Philadelphia Flyers that have gone out with concussion-type issues just this season, and I don't think the Flyers are unique. I mean, many teams are dealing with that, and I think it's something the NHL is really going to have to address. It may have to address it sooner than later. They may have to address it, I mean, really, before this season is over. Otherwise, they're looking at a record. All right, we got two big games. We got two big games this week in the NFL. We got the conference championships. And we're going to kick it off right now with the AFC conference championship. We got the Baltimore Ravens coming in as the number 2 seed, and they are going to be playing up against the New England Patriots, who are the number 1 seed. Last week, Baltimore took care of those Houston Texans. Flacco last week was 14 of 27, 176 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. He had 5 sacks. He had 97.1 QB rating. I made mention last week to the fact that as Ray Rice goes, so go the Ravens. However, he didn't have quite the day that I was anticipating. 21 carries, 60 yards. Anquan Boldin really was the story there. 4 receptions, 73 yards, and a TD. What really, I think, let's get it straight. I think that Baltimore got lucky here. The Texans turned it over 4 times. You're going to win if your opposition is going to turn it over that many times. New England, big win over the Denver Broncos. Big win, 45-10. Brady, 26 of 34, 363 yards, 6 TDs. 1 interception, 137.6 QB rating. Rob Gronkowski, again, 10 receptions, 145 yards, 3 TDs. How about this? 5 of 6 in the red zone. But how about this? Patriots defense, 5 sacks and 8 QB hits. Patriots are favored by 7 in this. The big story came out this week, and I found it interesting. The talking heads on a lot of the places that I listen to, talking about the comments from Ed Reed of the Texans, making reference to the fact that Joe Flacco, quote, I think Joe was kind of rattled a little bit. Quote, I think a couple of times he needed to get rid of the ball. It didn't look like he had a hold on the offense. I find it interesting that so many people are coming out now, all of a sudden, and talking about Joe Flacco, when really I kind of felt a little bit redeemed. I've only been saying it basically all year long. Unimpressed, unimpressed, unimpressed. Patriots favored by 7. Is Joe Flacco going to have the game of his life this week, or what?
We all know, and we've been saying it for weeks now, that, Flacco is the weak link in the Ravens. The Ravens are Ray Rice. And as Ray Rice does, so go the Ravens.
Yep.
Now, going into this game, though, I'm leaning towards the Ravens picking this up. on the stat that no team with the worst defense has made it to the Super Bowl. Their defense is playing better, but I still think the Ravens are going to be able to pull this one out.
First split of the week. Go with the Patriots and take the spread. It's Flacco. Take the spread. Let's go over and take a look at that later game on Sunday. That's going to be at 6:30. And we were actually even talking pre-show. This might be the game of the weekend. New York Giants, number 4 seed at the San Francisco 49ers, who are the number 2 seed. Giants, who'da thunk it? Beat those Green Bay Packers last week, 37-20. Eli Manning was 21 of 33, 330 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception, 114.5 QB rating. Man of the day for the Giants, Hakeem Nicks, 7 receptions, 165 yards, 2 TDs. All right, 420 yards of total offense from the Giants. San Francisco 49ers last week, who'da thunk it? Beat those New Orleans Saints, 36-32. I don't know. Alex Smith, 24 of 42, 299 yards, 3 TDs, no interceptions, 1 fumble lost, 4 sacks, 7 QB hits, 103.2 QB rating. Victor Davis was the star of that game, 7 receptions with 180 yards and 2 TDs. San Fran defense had 3 sacks and 11 QB hits. 49ers are favored by 2.5. Mm-hmm. You can have your say.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I've got my say. Mike here has been preaching about how balanced
they are.
The New York Giants are.
They are.
So, but I want to take the bomb diggity bomb pick time machine back to episode 6.
Go ahead.
Of 5 Minutes at the Frat House. Quote, "This Giants team is one-dimensional." End quote. Episode 9. The Giants. It's coming down to Eli Manning, and it's a passing offense. They're one-dimensional. Episode 12.
Oh, no, come on.
There was no rushing going on in this game at all. End quote.
Get some facts and get back to see.
So,
right.
this is going to be my bomb.
I take it you're attributing those quotes to me.
Yes, those were Mr. McShane here.
Okay.
So, this is going to be my bomb diggity bomb pick of the week. I'm going with the 49ers. I think this game's going to revolve around Vernon Davis and San Francisco's plus 28 turnover margin. First in the NFL.
I will give you that for the San Francisco 49ers, but I will say this. I think the Giants have a very balanced team. Okay? Eli Manning is coming out on top of Alex Smith. Mark my words. And if you want to quote me back later, you can.
Well, this is where I see the Giants.
Nice research on your part, I must say. You were doing more than cheerleaders last night, obviously.
Yes, I was. But this is what I think the key is for the Giants. And that is that they're healthy now. They've got momentum, and they're peaking at the right time in the playoffs. Okay?
Absolutely. They
coming
look
into
like
the
the
playoffs, they had the worst running offense in the NFL. But I think they're clicking now, and they've got everybody healthy, and that's why we're seeing this Giants team.
The Giants remind me of the Green Bay Packers from last year. All right, and they just look like they're on a mission. Eli is hitting on all 4 cylinders. You got the 2-headed monster with Bradshaw and help me out.
the running back tandem.
Yeah, thank you. He's got weapons there that Smith has not been able to. He's got Frank Gore, but I just don't see Smith being quite the caliber that Eli Manning is. I'm telling you, the Giants are going to win this game. It's going to be a rematch. This is going to be a Super Bowl rematch, and we're going to be talking next week about the Giants and the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's where we're going with it. All right. Check us out next week. We've got a whole bunch of new features coming up for you. We'll be back then. See you then.
happy for Eli Manning?
No! Why would I be happy for Eli Manning?
Because he won the game. I mean, he might go to the Super Bowl.
No!
Why are you crying?
I hate Eli Manning!